All right. How's audio? Thank you for the clang. Forgot to set this up. How was your fourth, Demon Slayer? There we go. Let me get that all set up. These are extra pieces. Yes, Lola? Oh, what she's doing. What are you doing, dog? I don't know what the dog's doing. Anywho. She's walking around. Hi, you don't need to come back here. No. I'm sorry, but no. She's trying to get behind me. No. I don't know what we're doing. Come on. It's not bad out. It's like nice. You're getting yourself stuck. There you go. Be good. Took some brats and potato salad out to my friends at a cookout. And we all did a demo Derby County Fair. Came home, got paint on the rest of the belt Necrons, primer on them. Scorpeths. That it sounds like it was quite eventful. It's awesome. There you go. White, significantly less than a prime. That makes complete sense, yes. Yeah, painting white is always a pain, especially, but if they're primered black, then you're fighting it completely back and forth. Knocking things over here. So, you'll be fighting it less and less. So let's get the Rampager in view. For our fourth, it was wife and I's 18th anniversary on the 4th. So Friday we went out to fancy dinner, mainly because the restaurant is closed on the 4th. And then the actual 4th, we had a very relaxed day because it was rainy and gloomy and just kind of bull weather. So it was a day set inside, just relaxing. And that was why I didn't stream either. It's like, just it's our anniversary. We're going to focus on just being with each other. So I did manage to get done the bulk of assembly on one of the last two, what'll be the last two War Dogs. These are War Dog Executioners, and then they're built out of, they don't have them in the Chaos, the actual War Dog kits. They only come as Imperial Knight Armiger kits. So I have to Chaosify them something fierce. So I did swap it out with the War Dog's head. And then now I'm going to work on doing the Bloodletter. The demon who's going to be coming out of it. There we go. So. And then I got the Knight Tyrant finished. As you can see on the turnstile there. I think it came out looking really good. I am very pleased with it. The only problem is he's so big that even with the camera backed out as far as it could, you can't really see the base much. So, well, it's in the booth. So, he's just too tall. He's a big boy. People at the Warhammer store quite enjoyed seeing him. Did a whole bunch of cleaning and organizing on my workstation here, which you can't really see in any of the pictures, except in the back you can see the boxes is stacked up better now. So we've got the Armageddon box here, Warhammer Quest, or no, that's the new Knight Lancer he'll be building next. That's Armageddon, that's Warhammer Quest, that's Leviathan, and that's the Plasma case. Yeah. I thought it looks, when it's more organized, it just comes out across better. So. Yeah, why wouldn't you be? There's a little bit left in there. I'm sure they could use it. Yeah. Cheers to you, Demon Slayer. Oof. So I have the idea for what I'm going to be doing with this one. So I'm going to be making him come out. I'm going to be cutting a hole out of the pilot's compartment here. I'm like break this out a bit. Probably end up using the Dremel to cut through it, and then we'll have it. The blood letter's going to be coming out of that. I'm currently cosplaying a jungle gym. I have been there. I know that well. That sounds significantly more important than hanging and watching the stream. I can't do that anymore with child. Says wife realized today she's as tall as wife. Nice. Enjoy those days as much as you can. I mean, I do miss it, but I mean, I'm very happy with the person she's become. So. Mm-hmm.
Is she there? She's there. Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. The bloodletter is going to be. I mean, there's no. This doesn't have an interior. So I'm going to put that the bloodletter is like coming out of the cockpit, but I'm going to cut up the door a bit. So. Now, the Knight Lancer has a sculpted interior. I'm not going to be painting that. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that guy up. Oh, and I figured when I was at the store today, I figured what I'm going to do for Necron, or not Necrons, Necromunda. Oh, Demon Slayer, I picked up a set of soldering tweezers. They spring shut when you release, and they're pretty strong. It's going to be great for, you know, working on stuff. And they actually have texture in there, so. So, what I'm going to do for Necromunda. Yeah, they're soldering. It took a while for me to. I searched for, like, you know, I can't remember what the hell I searched for to find it, but I was like, oh, soldering tweezers. That makes complete sense. But they're going to be great for crafting. So while I was there, and there was bunches of Necromunda games going on, because they have a Necromunda League running right now, and I was like, you know, I wouldn't mind getting a Necromunda again, but I need to finish some projects first. And they're still playing their league. They're like halfway through it, so. I've got like regular, the precision tweezers, but it's my first set of actual soldering tweezers. But yeah, these are going to be handy as heck. Nice. But anyway, I was looking at Necromunda gangs, and it's like, you know, I could do. I was talking to some people there about what I want, what I'm going to build for them, and I had initially thought about doing Skaven. And someone's like, oh, well, they could be mutants and this and this and this and this. I'm like, no, I don't want them to be mutants. I just want to use the Skaven models. And they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to... I'm not going to do anything like special story-wise. I'm just going to make them out of them. Howdy, Papa Nurgle. But anyway, I saw a box of these guys, which are these, I think they're called Sarok Warriors. It's basically the Age of Sigmar Lizardmen. And looking at, they had a box of just 10 of these dudes. They're regular troops. And you got an Armageddon. Awesome. And there's one sitting right behind me. Like right there. That's my Armageddon box. Anyway, I'm like, I could modify these dudes to be a Necromunda gang. With the weapons and stuff. I think that'd be fun. A little Lizardman Necromunda gang. So, that's what I'll do. Awesome, you got the Armageddon box. I'm very happy that GW did not short produce them. There's plenty available for everyone. Exactly. And I want to do it for Necromundus. I mean, like, all I'd have to do is modify them, is make them hold guns. It's not hard. Cheers. Wouldn't be hard at all to make them hold guns. And it'd be very unique looking, which is kind of my vibe. I know, me, kit bashing. Who'd guess that I would do kit bashing in a ridiculous way? As I stare at the Night Tyrant, who is too damn tall for the video, for my glamour photo booth. He fits, but the camera would have to get pulled back. So, but yeah, it's like, oh no, I have to kit bash it. Whee! There's some cartoon characters like, here I go stealing again. Here I go kit bashing. As I'm, carving up and assembling a demon to put into a kit bashed armature that's turning into a Chaos Knight. So yeah. Whatever would I do? Yeah. It'd be kind of funny if you were to do a Necron army out of Lizardmen. There is a Cerritos? Didn't realize it. But do a whole Necron army with Lizardmen. Like, here's your Necron warriors. You can make that work, honestly, because you could use the Slan Priest as the Silent King. Do like one of the giant lizard things for the Doomsday Arc. The Destroyer, like you could do it. Huh. I'm not going to be doing it, but it can be done. I got enough kitbashy projects already. I don't need more. Necromunda, thankfully, I only have to do like 8 models, 10 models, so it's not like a huge kit bash project. Like making an entire Necron army out of Lizardmen. That would be a big kit bash project. Almost convinced myself what? To do it or not to do it? I convinced myself I'm not gonna. Because I got orcs to build. I got orcs to build and kit bash. I have an Armageddon box right there of orcs to build. Canonus Griffiths. I'll have to look this up. I have a whole Armageddon box of orcs to build. Graphics. So. Time to bust out the proper tools. So what you gonna build first, Papa Nurgle? I would love to say it's the foundation of my pile of potential, but it is not. It is in addition to the pile of potential. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cornerstone, all right. Okay, so now. So if it comes out like there, do I need to cut it? Or can I just trim? See, that one's going to come out of the pilot's compartment. I wonder how if I could. Huh. Cornerstone. It's not cutting by hand. That's gonna be that's like right through one of the thicker parts of it too. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Gotta think of how to open up this cockpit. Because I've also got to consider that there's going to be a gun right there. So. I think if I were to. Plan out. I think if I were to cut down and across like that. If I were to trim it, and then I could kind of take chunks out of the cockpit. This line here, this line on the edge here, is right in this like thick part of it. So I could get through that, but it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. And then even if I were, like, I'd have to swing the gun way out to the side to have it room to pop up. Whereas if I make it so that it's bursting out of the cockpit, like kind of in that cross here, if I cut through here and then across that way, then I could kind of peel these corners back. If I use the heat gun and then I peel these corners back, I could soften it up. That'd be the way to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. It is good to plan. That is why I haven't started. I'm not going to start on the Night Lancer yet until I have them fully planned out. I did pick up some fun things. There's these ice spell resin prints. There's these cool like spikes made of resin. It's hard to see because they're clear. And I'll be able to do like pieces coming out of the ground and stuff. Will be fun. But that's... And then if I do it in a light blue, it'll be even better. Yeah, curse me translucency. Those would be terrible to step on. That's why they're going to stay up there. All right, so let's see. What's going to be the best bits to... Cutting wheel. That's what I'm thinking we'll do. We will do a cutting wheel. Time for some noise. That upset the puppy. Sorry, Lula.
Death to the foul warriors of chaos.
All right. So we got the rough cut done all the way through. So now I'll clean that up. So first we can just trim off the bulk of the plastic with the good cutters. Got a bit more material out than I was expecting it to. That's fine though. Should use the thinner cutting blade instead of the thicker one. Yeah, it's fine though. Trim that down. Okay, clean this out. Okay. Come on, little vacuum butt. Vacuum up the bits. Does a great job of vacuuming up the bits. I actually did not, no. I will look in a moment right now because I totally forgot to check. And that might be something we're talking about. Oh, the starter sets? Maybe I did look. starter sets. There's some books, different languages. And then the pre-orders for the Grand Cathay versus Chaos Warriors. Okay, I did actually see the starter sets. Yeah, a lot of books. I did just buy wifey some books. Wifey just got the Orc Omnibus. Basically. Gun. And then... let's get the chibi cutters. These ones are good. Soften things up. Now my hand doesn't have to be in the way of the heat. Hot damn. Tao mutton chops. Yep. Got a little too hot in a few spots. Oh well. Still fits. We're good. That's fair. All right, so there's final results. I think it turned out actually pretty good. So softened it up a bit with the plastic. So then I'm going to just sever this. So it looks like it definitely looks like it's bursting out, and we still got the detail for like the pilot's compartment a little bit, like in these parts that are busted up. So now what I'm going to do is I'll take green stuff. I'm going to first I'm going to do that, put that away so I don't lose any of my bits. That's important. And we take a sip. Back the camera up. All right, so for now I'm going to take this bloodletter and kind of sever them right here at the waist, or about here-ish. And then I'll use green stuff underneath and have him, so there'll be green stuff at the bottom. I'll make like a layer of green stuff right in the bottom here. And the bloodletter's torso is going to be bursting out, so his legs will look like its legs are still in the cockpit. If it has legs, you know, it's a bloodletter. It might not have legs yet. I need the other cutters, because I'm not going to sacrifice my good cutters for this. So there. So then that will be that. That's going to be good. And we'll zoom on in on this. So we're going to have, it's going to look like, kind of like that. Where it's coming through the top there. And you'll see it. So that'll be nice. All right, so. Now I organized this, I just have to find out where I put shit, because I organized it. So that means I have no idea where frippin' anything is anymore. I don't need more green stuff. No, more soft green stuff. I still got the chunks of the super hard stuff. You don't need the label. Should have bought more green stuff while I was at the store that has it. But that would have been smart. Oh, the Games Plus really upped their Vallejo stuff. They had all the brushes in stock. They had all the Vallejo paints, all the Squidmar stuffs, all the Vallejo textures. They really, I was like, damn. It was kind of nice to see them. Like, the last time I went there looking for material, they didn't have much. So they really stepped it up, which is nice. There's 217 people in the Warhammer channel. Makes me think there's a tournament or something going on. This was 217 when I started streaming. Green stuff down. Oh, that light was right in my face. Oh, and I lit up my shelf behind me so you can see more of it now. You can see the Deathwing, some of the Tyranids, more Tyranids, Nighthaunts, Warhammer Quests, Chaos Dwarves, mix of Dark Angels and Harlequins. 158. All right, so there's obviously something going on. That's nice. So I can work the green stuff into the spots. All right. Alright, so that actually turned out beautiful. So, okay, let me zoom on in so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. So this will actually let me mount this kind of sort of in position. So that's going to be right there on that war dog. We've got the bloodletter coming out of like the bursted open cockpit door. So I think that one turned out great. And I thought about, I'm debating if I want to put some chains, like chains coming up like from around here to around the bloodletter, or maybe, I don't know. I'm honestly thinking I'm just going to leave it like that. I think that'll look good, because then I'll be able to do the blood effect all in here, and anything that's green, and have it just like bleeding out of all of that. And I'll be able to paint, because there's still detail right there for the cockpit windows. You can see it right there. There's detail for the cockpit windows. So, and it's like on the front there. It looks like it really looks like the metal got tore up. Like this piece right here, the metal just got ripped up. That turned out fucking fantastic. I am very pleased with that. That turned out great. Let that blob of green stuff dry. Oh, damn. All right, so bloodletter done. Now, I do have behind me, in front of Hollow Knight here, I have my Knight Abominant box, which is basically coming to the box that holds a bunch of other Knight bits. Because there's a lot of Knight bits. But I had this idea for Knight bits that I'm going to say Knight bits, like Knight bits. Just how many times can I say Knight bits? Bits, bits, bits. I'm gonna lose my mind. Alright, so. Alright, so. Pardon. Now, I'm not going to build a second Abominant. I know I've seen some people do 3 Abominant lists. I don't. My big Knight list is going to consist of the Double Gatling Despoiler, Mr. Tallboy Tyrant, the Rampager, 1 Abominant, and then the Lancer, who's yet to be built. So I'm not going to be doing any more Abominants. So I'm going to use the Abominant's Electro Scourge pieces here, because I think it'd be fun for these war dogs to have tails. Because my other ones don't. So I kind of want to do... I've got these Electro Scourge pieces. I can have it coming out of... like right there. Or right at the back. This is going to be... Where do I want the tails to come out? That's another question. Okay. She's right there, Sleepy. Looking okay?
Still a little weepy, but I think the stitches fell off.
When my stitches came out of my neck, they did bleed a little. So that could be it.
Yeah.
But is it just like a little bit of seeping?
Yeah.
It should be fine then. I mean, we still got to schedule the follow-up.
Yeah.
So, do you want to take a picture and possibly send it to Fox? Okay. All right. Oops. Oh no. I'm loose. It says here list edition during exactly. It's more newborn size, freshy. It's not a war. It's not a warlord titan yet. Just realize that he's not. I gotta get him in there a little more secure. Can't come what it does. It should be. Oh god, yeah. Lord Titan with Uppy Downy. Pretty much. It's like Warlord deadlifts. Okay.
Run for cover. Drop your kit. Under scrub fix bayonet. Trench by trench and hand to hand. Up scrubby point and bloody ridge. And its heads down, lads, there's shrapnel flying. To the left and right, men are dying. And there's no retreat, no standing still. Onwards, boys, to the top of the
I gotta make sure this is in there. Hello there, Yellow Cream. Hi, thank you for the compliment. These are my Chaos Knights. The one in there is my Tyrant, who just got finished last week. Right now I'm working on what'll be a War Dog Executioner, which is built off of an Armiger. And all my Chaos Knights have bloodletters, because I'm doing kind of a Khorne theme. So I'm working on the bloodletter here. Just making him fit a little bit better because he's a little loose. There we go. So right now we cut open, the bloodletter is bursting out of the pilot's compartment. So I cut open the top there, heated it, bent it out, and then stuck him in with green stuff. So, nope. On that Tyrant, the head is 3D printed, and then there's a one piece in the waist that's 3D printed. These are you familiar with Warhammer 40k? These are pretty much standard models that I've kit bashed to extreme degrees, because that's just kind of my jam. Alright, now you need to sit over there and dry up. So, yay! This stuff is what my wife gave me. Is the Masters brush cleaner and preserver. I've been using it. It works great. So, you want to grab the stuff? You have soap. Okay. So now I gotta figure where I'm gonna put the tail, because I wanna make this into a tail in this guy. Do I want to do it a downy tail? Nah, these guys are gonna be uppy tails. They're happy. They're happy. They're killing shit. So I converted to it. Let's try back here first. I don't have sables yet. I will have sables soon. Oof, that is thicker than I thought. But I use the Vallejo Pro Modeler series, which I think are they're natural hair, not sables, but natural hair. But I'm all for taking care of them. Uppy tails, I mean they're alert for dogs. I'm all for taking care of the tools. You know that. Anyway, Yellow Cream. If you're familiar with Warhammer 40k, these are Chaos Knights, which are a faction. If you're not familiar with them, I don't know how else to say it. GW prints. These are plastic models. I need to. Gisli, I got it. Here, you can hold your friend up here. Okay. I do better painting if I have a glove. We're consistent with doing that test brush. Fair enough. But these are models for Warhammer 40k, which is a miniatures-based combat game. You play on the table. The models come, you assemble them up like this. Then you paint them up like this. And you do crazy custom stuff like this. And then you stomp around and you play Army Men. They're really fancy dolls. Really fancy dolls. No way to. If you're, oh, wait, that could work. If I can prop that up here against that. There we go. All right, so. So now let's check. I got here. That works. Do a little bit of a add an angle. Do I want to do more green stuff onto this? Green stuff the tail over. That would probably make it stronger. So I'm burning through this green stuff. Just leave it out for now. Since I'm doing lots of custom stuffs. Alright, so. Come here, Cleany Robot. Thank you, Cleany Robot.
Oh, the Emperor!
What now? Lulicam, go! Oh, wait. That button. There's the Lula puppers. She's still coned up for a little bit. Just until she gets the okay from the vet saying she doesn't need the cone. She's been really good, and we've left her without the cone for a while, just not unsupervised. Her tail is recovering, though we think she smacked it on something because it was a little weepy today. So. This is too much green stuff. take out some of these extra pieces here to give it a better fit. Put it a little bit of an angle. Keep this. Alright, so a little housekeeping. If anyone here is interested in a fun slice of life comic about an orc and his pet Squig, who's based heavily on that dog right there and her inability to be normal, please check out Orc and Squig. It's written by and drawn by art by Minerva Fox. It's free to join on the Patreon, or you just check out the website. And howdy, SurgeManian69. Cheers to you. We're doing some back on custom War Dogs. The Night Tyrant got finished, and as soon as Lulacam is done, which should be a few more moments, you'll see the Tyrant on the rotisserie there. You picked up Ethan Sean. He's a potent tool. A potent warrior. I don't know if he's a tool or not. I don't know how he is socially. He might be a really nice guy. You never know. But his ability to like uppy downy, or no, it's Shrike that does. No, Shaw does the uppy downy and it's Shrike bombs. I think, if I remember correctly. But he's a cool guy. I ended up picking up a Knight Lancer right here. Is my camera lagging, wifey? The face cam was stuttering for a moment. But right there. Okay. So I got a Knight Lancer and a good deal. So it will be that'll be the last for the big Knight list I'm gonna do. And yes, Demon Slayer, I'm absolutely gonna be picking up that kill team. Because one, I love the Exodites. I think they look fantastic. And two, I could absolutely use those orcs for the orcs I'm going to be making. Let's beat that Beast Naga, boys. Oh, yeah. And the hard part I have is to decide how to build those Exodites. Because I'm not picking up 2 of those boxes. But I do like the Lancers, the guys with the Knights kind of version of them with the lances on them. But then I also like the regular ones. It's, I don't know. I got to figure out. I mean, I might pick up more Exodites once they release, because if they're doing a kill team, they will be releasing the box eventually. But since I've been wanting to pick up Kill Team, might as well get it with the models I like and models I can use. So I did remember it. Alright, so there we go. There's the Dino Eldari. So here's the Executioner. I'm letting that guy firm up a little bit. But Chaosified with a tail. So if I put him on the base like that, it doesn't even stick off the base that far, which is great. So there'll be the Executioner on his base. He is happy. All right, now back onto this bin. This has all my he's got a happy little tail. He's a happy evil war engine of destruction. So now I need to get some of these spiky bits out to add some spike stuffs to this guy. That's the other thing. Oh, thank you. Eric from the store is going to be looking for me is asked him to see if he could find some Chaos Knight spiked bits, since I'm using all my spiky bits. So he'll be finding me some spiky bits. Spiky bits. So now we're just going to add chaosified decorations. Because since this is an Imperial Knight kit, it doesn't really come with chaos decorations in it, so I've got to use leftovers from my War Dog, leftover things I didn't use, the others to add in chaos decorations. We're doing this, that'd be better. That's going to be right in the way that plate, isn't it? It'll have to be in the way that plate, so we need to do it back here. So that's where we'll get creative with the pieces we have. See what else we got. I got some spikes with the top armor plates. Use that. More. Spike spits. Yeah, we've always got lots of skulls. Because Chaos loves them skulls, especially corn. So we get the bin of skulls. But you need to restock that bin a little bit. Okay, so. Hey, stop stabbing me. See here, this guy's slowly, the weight of him is slowly pulling down. Flying Moth Marines for Death Guard. Well, if they don't have them, you can make them. So I figured where you're going to get the moth wings from, but... God damn it. Bumped that off. How could you make flying moth marines? So you just really need the wings. So you could use Vespa to be close. Wouldn't be exact, but you could Vespa to close. You could get some Vespid wings and have that on. That'd be one way to do it if you're gonna do flying like bug. Death Guards. plague drones, that could work too. Are those more mothy? I was just thinking because if you're doing like Death Guard, if you're doing regular on Death Guard Marines, something to be closer to troop size. The plague drones might be kind of big. Be great for Terminators. The plague drone wings and Terminators. That could work really well. Okay, moving that one. That's better. Trimming down skulls so they could fit flat on these. Let's put a dab of glue. Have it stick to your hand. It's the plastic cement, so I'm not too worried. Just what are you looking at for AOS? Because those new the ogres, the first we beat them, then we eat them, folks. Those guys look amazing. The cauldrons and all the butcher dude. Chaos and Fletcher used for wings. It's fair. I mean, I guess he could be used for 40k or... I mean, I know he could be used for 40k or AOS, but Be'lakor. Be'lakor is one of my favorite looking models. That's just a great looking model. Let's put a Battle Sister. Let's get this going here. Let's do... Okay. Got some skulls and spikes. Have to figure out how to... There we go. That should hold them in spot, in position now. Back onto this. Going to get to trim that up a little bit. I guess I just missed a tiny piece of flashing. Okay. Mm. Yep. You should look at the new releases for Age of Sigmar. The ogre, I think it's Ogre Maw tribes. Those guys. That's the newest ones that just came out. Those guys look fan-flippin-tastic. Oh, it's gonna be in the way. I can't do it there. Cast night bits. Let's see what we got. Anything else I need to add to? Fair. Oh goodness. What you doing, puppers? You know that you need to move your head. She's failing at drinking. Still not doing great with the cone. Alright, so let's see. Clear that up. Yeah, glue. There we go. Holding very still for a moment. We'll let the glue set. Now it's holding well enough that I can do that. There we go. So the little skull chain hanging down. Some chains on there. Okay, alright. Since he's got his tail. Still a little loose. Gotta hold it here for a moment. So I think we're going to have to revive our beloved recliner butt soon. Uh-oh. Focus on the small win. Yeah, so we got a recliner that's old. It's still comfy. I remember I wanted to order a cover for that. We've got an original Lazy Boy that's got to be from the 80s, I would say. We picked it up from a senior couple that was downsizing. You're betting 70s. It does look 70s. I could absolutely believe 70s. I have ideas. Uh, ah. So if I were to do... How can I make... Let's put a skull on the end of the barrel. Let's see what I've got in here skull-wise, if I can, when it could work. So I still have this box of skulls. There's all small ones though. I don't think there's anything big left on here. I already pilfered the... Oh, no, I got a big one on there. Ooh, that orc one could work. Having lots of skull bits is handy. Get this done here. This done here with this. Clean up the mold lines. Take knife just a little bit, notch away from my hand. I'm trying to notch a little bit into the front of this jaw without cutting all the way through. Like that. Then we do the same for this side. Then I should be able to pry that open. You'll see what I'm doing here in a moment. So I'm taking this orc skull from the skull kit. I'm opening the jaw. Just enough so that the autocannon barrel like that. I don't have to do much to it. Right there is fucking perfect. And it's not even that. This is a big skull. It's way bigger than the human ones. In fact, there's a bit the jaw open. So that. Get that. Just a little bit of glue in the back there. There you go. It's not perfect, and it's great. I don't know if I have another one. That's the question. To do it, to match it on the other side. Or I'm going to find one right there. I saw it. I saw it. There we go. So there's another skull. It's going to be a little harder. I might have to just cut this jaw off completely, I think, to make this one work. Yeah, that was... Or I can just find a skull that fits across the top. Thank you, amazing wife. Nope. One right there. Feel it. There we go. Wife provided me with mini Reese's. Back to power tools. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Let's clean this up first. The mold lines. Use the actual power button. the bits that the Dremel makes. Perfect. First action. There we go. Alright, so there you go. I think that makes good last bit details. Skulls in the barrels, some chains hanging off of it, a happy dog, happy tail. Alright, so that is that guy pretty much done on the assembly side of things, because put this away before I spill a ton of skulls and really make myself angry. Out of Jersey. So we got that. So we got him done. Bloodletter's done. Here's all the pieces for the base. So I need to get to painting, priming that, or primering that up. So that one's all calcified up. So now on to the next one, which is this. So now, first things first, I go through and I'll leave the instructions here because I will need these. First, let's seal up some of the tools I'm not going to use in the moment, just yet. That blade, that right there. It goes back over there. Take a sip. All right, now we got a bug bite. Get super glue out. Now for these guys, first I always go through and do the base. So I need to get some cork, which I got cork scraps over here. Some cork scraps. That's plenty. What do I do with that knife? Or not knife, those scissors. Take this knife out, stab myself with those. So yeah, first I do the cork first. I'm going to plan what's going to be, how the base is going to be, and where I'm going to need to put. Do it like here. Let's trim this off, make it more natural. And I'll just kind of split down the middle, separate it up. So I did one piece over here. Okay, I like that. That'll look good. You can use some of these for rocks on like decorative pieces. So cork scraps go. Small pieces go here. Pieces go back here. Firestones. It's already here. Okay, so now clamps. 2 for the small. Okay. Could have been a lot worse on this. And that's good that, hey, it's taken care of. So I use super glue to glue the cork down. It's way too much super glue, but hey. Alright. And you clamp down. Ooh, that was way too much. Why did I squeeze out so damn much? Clean up the excess, because for some reason I poured a lot more than it should have. Should have been a small bead, but it wasn't. It was a giant bead. Okay. Okay, that's 1/2. Glue this at the bottom. Hopefully not knock over and hit the other stuff. So. Yeah, veterinary service ain't cheap. That's why I always recommend pet insurance if you can. So, alright, now we're going to glue on this one and hopefully do smaller beads. Spread this out a bit more. Okay. So now we glue that down. More clamps. Alright. That's why I bought these clamps in packs, because they're dead handy. Alright, so that's the base. And now this thankfully doesn't take very long to dry, so throw and glue on the floor. Alright, so you go sit there for a moment. All right, I got some extra rocky bits I can use. All right, pretty much. Like I can throw. If you want, got this guy here for a moment. You can kind of do a little. Let's do a little quick bit of decoration. Just putting a little more, just a couple blobs for some rocks and a little more dynamic. It's a flat single rock level. There we go. That way it looks a little bit better, it looks more stuff like that. On Snackers here, he's got, I've got multiple levels. Like that's a 2 high, that's 1 high, that's a 2 high. The Rampager's on a 2 high one. He's the double Gatling spoilers on like a single level. And Tyrant goes from base level, which is actually underneath the resin, to, yeah, I did get multiple bites, to above. If you haven't, you can follow along on Blue Sky. Link right there. I post every day for my hobby streaks, and you can see when things get finished off stream, like the big guy up there got finished off stream. It happens. Yeah, I got a bite right here. I got a bite on my leg. I got a bit chewed up a bunch. We've also had more water than we've had an insane amount of water lately. Just rain. Anywho, on to the next, the last war dog. Last war dog for my army. I'm gonna build one more war dog for the wife, which I have him right here. So, but that's an actual war dog. This is a an Armiger, and it's going to be built as a War Dog Executioner because they don't make them in the Chaos War Dog kits. So I have to use the Armiger kits, which is interesting because it's basically the same thing, but I think the Armigers came later. I don't know, the kit is different. Like some of the core construction steps are different, and I don't know why. There's absolutely no reason for it to be different. Like the chassis and the legs and stuff. It's mostly the same, but I'm like, the leg joints fit in the hips differently. Which I don't know why. It makes no sense. What's up, Nightshade? Lurk away. Oh, I just got a notification. Didn't pop up anywhere. Yellow Cream followed. Thank you for following. I don't know why it didn't get a pop-up. I wonder if it's maybe you followed me while you weren't watching? I don't know. It seems weird. Why are those not working? I gotta figure out why my. Nah. So much slacking. For some reason, those lights aren't working again. Everything's offline. Yeah. For some reason, I think I need to. How you doing, Jay? Yeah, so. That's it. Getting foam for a simple but ambitiously large project. Do tell? So what the heck in Warhammer 30k? Well, there is. It's called the Horus Heresy. There is Warhammer 30, kind of 30k stuff. Massive trees to the table, no one's. Nice. Massive trees. Screw people that work to play it. It focuses on Warhammer, but for the Horus Heresy, basically, is what it is. Less model. Nope. Well, yes and no. The Marines themselves are smaller just because the Horus Heresy Marines were smaller and their armors are smaller. The models themselves, not as much. Like the Dreadnoughts and the Saturnine stuff, they're huge. And they just came out with a whole bunch of super heavy tanks. And they're beastly. They're monstrous. And I just picked up a Knight that technically is for Horus Heresy. This guy. Let's say Warhammer Horus Heresy. This is Warhammer 30k. Now this guy can still be used in 40k. But this is technically a Heresy stuff. The Horus Heresy stuff looks good. Except I'm not a fan of Saturnite. But a lot of their stuff does look really good. Absolutely Megaform. It is 100% another game to separate money. But it was spawned from so many people. There was a demand for it. People kept saying, hey, we want to play the Horus Heresy battles. We want to do all these battles of lore. You know, the Traitor Legions before Chaos really became a huge thing in them. So, you know, you can play the Sons of Horus, you know, the old style armors and the old style tanks and stuffs. It is absolutely a way to separate people from the money. you can feel the Primarchs. And that's the huge selling point. And they're talked about coming out with more plastic Primarch kits. So you can have, you know, like, at the moment there's only 2. You can feel Sanguinius without him being dead. Or Horus. You know, he can have Horus on the battlefield. But it is absolutely just a way to separate people from their money. That's that plastic correct. Honestly, I think the Primarch models are some of the best. There are a lot of hope they're going to come out with those in plastic for Horus Heresy.
Channel Skeleton followed your channel.
Channel Skeleton? Ah, skeletons! Thank you for the follow, Channel Skeleton. Howdy, howdy. I am working on Chaos Knights. Of the Chaos flavors. Hence the Knight Tyrant with blood letters on him. And lots of custom stuff. And chains and a pony and other stuff. I don't know about the pony, but right now I'm building what'll be the last 2 War Dogs, which are I'm using the Armiger. I don't remember what this one was called. It's the Armiger with the cannons. What's her point army? At the moment, this will be 2,000 for the Knights. They're going to be the army I'm going to be running through 11th, mostly, because we got some stuff starting up at the store I go to. It'll be 2K for the Chaos Knights, which will consist of that Tyrant for the Warlord, this Despoiler, the 2K list is the Tyrant, my Rampager, my Abominant, who's hiding over here, and a whole bunch of War Dogs. I will have an alternative list that can have more Heavy Knights, which will field the Despoiler here, or the Despoiler, that's the Abominant, and less War Dogs, but include Executioners. And then potentially I will be having, when we want to go big, I'll do the, I have a Knight Lancer, which I'll be working on after these guys for crazy custom stuffs. Because I love crazy custom stuffs. Oh, you're clanging. And that comes from a bad joke of dropping pennies with clang. What do you play? Since you were instantly able to identify the Knights. Astra Militarum. Very nice. Very nice. That was high on my list. Because I do love the man. I got me a Yark. Because Yark is Yark. He is awesome. I had thought about doing a Astra Militarum armor. You know, like 2 Bane Blades and just Rogaldorns and Leman Russes and things. But I got a deal on the War Dog Battalion box, so point count is currently 1.3. That's a solid start. Yarick, not Yorick. Oh, it'll go quick. But awesome. 2 months ago, you're fresh to the hobby. It is. I'm always love seeing people new. Do you have a theme or something you want to go with? See, I love my armies being very different. Hence, like this Rampager, I'm all for customizing and making him very setting them up to be different and unique. So, Kriegers. Well, the painting is something that I myself was not the biggest fan of, but I'm learning to enjoy it more and more as I get through them, and I'm very pleased. And one thing with even the painting portion of your army, having an army that is painted, doesn't matter if you feel it's good or bad, any level of paint on them will make it stand above most of what you'll find. Ow. To that point, what about history here? Air conditioning feels nice. Have to get behind me. I always keep this guy on hand. This is one of my first models. This is from Necromunda back in... this model's from 92. I think I got it around 94. But focus. Yeah, you can see the paint job. I mean, this has been repainted at least once, to my knowledge. I probably redid it more than that. Not great, but it's where I started. Grew into... These are my Grey Knights, which were in 4th edition. So, not great. But, improving. And now I'm at the point where, I'm happy with, things like this... Ow. This War Dog here. Snackers. I think it's one of my favorites. Or that Tyrant up in the rotisserie there. And it's one of those things that the more you do it, the better you're going to get. And having an army that has any paint on it is better than none. And even if it's not great, for what you feel is not great, you're already ahead of the game. So, Lula has mostly recovered. She is right there, being doggo. We're hoping that she should be out of Conish unsupervised soon. Just gotta wait for the vet to be like, yeah, you're good. But first model I made was the artillery team. Not bad, not bad. Imperial Guard got a lot of really cool stuff, and you can have fun with Imperial Guard. You can really make them uniquely yours if you want. Or you can just do them in the standard stuff. If you're doing standard Kriegers, nothing wrong with that. Kriegers are awesome. You can do an entire Chaos-themed Imperial Guard. Instead have it be traitors, but it's just using Imperial Guard rules. You can modify them up something fierce. If you want to. You don't have to modify. I love kit bashing. I love making my stuff crazy just because, yeah, that's what I enjoy. But yeah, you're going Krieg, obviously. What are your, what are you going to pick up next? Is like your next big purchase model. Baneblade? I love the Baneblade. I think Baneblade is just one of the best tanks. Gameplay-wise, it's a brilliant tank. Model-wise, it looks amazing. It's one of the best-looking tanks there is. You have a Stormlord. There you go. Same chassis, same thing. It is fantastic. Like I got to see a Guard versus Tyranid game at the shop today, and he had a Baneblade chassis out there, and that was it. It was interesting to see it. So you had it was the Guard player was pretty much all unpainted plastic. That wasn't bad looking. He had a few things done. The Tyranid army was 100% painted. And it just looked so cool. And that Tyranid player, were they painted great? They're decent. He wasn't the most happy with them, but I'm like, dude, your stuff looks fine. More than fine. And your stuff's completely painted. So, you only have 3 vehicles. Rogaldorns are disturbingly powerful. Always have been and will be. They're great. You got the Baneblade Stormlord, which is a brilliant tank because of the Baneblade chassis, which is just a beast of a machine. You can't go wrong with Leman Russes. They are the mainstay of the Imperial Guard army, and they are just a solid tank. With the Demolishers, you get the battle cannon, you get the Demolisher cannon, the standard with the battle cannons. Just a great machine. Shadow Sword is good in specific circumstances. I wouldn't say it's OP. Sentinels are fun. Fast moving with a plasma or las cannon. Murderface! What's up, Murderface? There are the APVs and the RSVs and stuff like that are for fast moving things. But I would not say that the zombie, there you go. That'd be fun. An entire zombie guard army. Oh, that would be slick looking. God damn it. I don't need another army. No. I'm already thinking of Lizardmen Necrons. Thanks to Demon Slayer here and his ideas of haunting Necrons. But a zombie guard army does sound pretty cool, actually. 2 great ideas, yeah. But anyway, I would not say that the Shadow Sword is OP. It is incredibly strong in specific uses. You know, a Shadow Sword versus my Chaos Knights. That Night Tyrant, well, not that's the dog in the moment, but the big Night Tyrant, you could one-shot him from across the field. Without a problem. You get a good beat on him. If he's not hidden, you will absolutely destroy it. You face a horde army with like tons of little guys, Shadow Sword's going to suffer. Because it is an extreme anti-armor. It's a Titan killer. But it is not the greatest at taking out little troops. That's where it's great in certain stuff. Baneblade is the most universal because it's got lots of anti-infantry weaponry on it. And it's got some good anti-armor weaponry on it. But it's not the greatest at any one. You've got, I think the Stormlord's the one with the Hurricane Bolters, right? The Hurricane Mega Bolter. On the main, as the main gun. And that's what I'm thinking is it has the twin Hurricane Mega Bolter on it. That is like the extreme anti-infantry version of the Baneblade chassis. But yeah, like, I think that'd be slick. And, okay, so if you're doing Channel Skeleton, if you're going to do Zombie Guard, you're going to want to get the Battlefield Trophies box set. You can get this. All it is just a shitload of skulls. But on here, of course, I've already trimmed them all out of this one because this is the one I still have to finish off trimming. Damn it! All right, I'm trying to show you something, and it's not working well. You can see it right here. Guard skulls with helmets. Kriegers. So you could use those for the heads. Or zombie guard. Just find somebody's got a bunch of these. Or find someone that has some 3D printed of the zombies heads. Zombie guard. That sounds really cool, actually. All right, back to building. Back to building. I'm distracted by cool stuff. All right, 12. But yeah, you can kit bash and have fun if you want. As far as vehicles, I mean, exactly, they're already dead. You can kit bash and not have fun? I guess you can kit bash and not have fun. Well, that's the fun part about kit bashing. So take it from someone who's been doing this for a stupidly long time. Realistically, as far as kit bashing stuff goes for Warhammer, especially in 40k and things, and heck, and even in Age of Sigmar, or I almost said fantasy, bolted turrets. That's like sounds like in Space Marine 2, they got bolted turrets. So hey, you're covered. But no, you don't have to worry about it existing. As long as you're not modeling for advantage. If you're not kit bashing them to give yourself some sort of advantage in game. A great example of that.
Orc meat is vegan.
It is vegan. They're fungus. So as soon as Mr. Squigman's gone, so here you go, Channel Skeleton. This is a Squiganid. This is for gameplay wise, this is a Hormagaunt. It's got the Hormagaunt size base, which I think is a 28. I think it's a 28 mil base. And it has Hormagaunt weapons on it. But I used a Squig for the body. Why? Because I think they look silly and they're fun. Does it affect the gameplay? Not in the slightest. And how you doing? Not so fast. But it doesn't affect gameplay. This does not give me any advantage. But it's fun. And does it exist in game? Not at all. But that doesn't matter. You know, I've done... One of the other ones I'm working on for my Dark Angels are dead Deathwatch. They're all Deathwatch intercessors, and they're all dead. Does it give them any advantage? No. But they look cool, and that's that. The rule of cool is really what matters the most. So don't worry about it existing or not. As long as you're not modeling to give yourself some sort of advantage, you're not changing the base size or saying, oh, this is a weapon, or anything like that to kind of cheese a victory, no one's going to care. Now that would require an agreement with your opponent. Hey, I want to do these heavy bolted turrets. Take a look at these rules. There you go. If you're in a casual game, as long as it's not like crazy overpowered or anything. I mean, there used to be the heavy weapons teams used to have heavy bolters. They might still, I don't know. Oh, there you go. It was medicine time. All right, so there you go. I mean, if you want to use it as something else, but, you know, just make sure you get the clarification. Okay. That makes sense. I did not. I apologize. There might be. I remember there was a fortification that had heavy bolters on it. It was like twin linked heavy bolters. If it's in Legends, it's going to be coming back to the app soon, so. If anyone is interested in a little bit of housekeeping here. If anyone is interested in a fun slice of life comic based on an orc and his pet Squig. Squig, who's based heavily on that dog and her inability to be normal. Please check out Orc and Squig. Boop. Which is written and drawn by Minerva Fox Art there. My amazing wife. You're not sure what army you want for 40k. Well, that's a tough one. Oh, yeah, Lula's all shrimpy. The best thing way to decide for you, I'm not so fast, is to which army do you think looks the coolest? Pretty much is which one do you think looks the coolest for you? Looks the coolest to you? Now, well, what is... Sorry, let's work on this. We can figure it out. There are a lot of really cool looking armies out there, and they all can be done to look really cool as well. So, if you want to just have a goofy, fun time and have a little bit of an easier start to the hobby, look at orcs. They're in the Armageddon box. Humans are boring, so yeah. Nah, Esmeralda Arm's fun. But you know, look at the orcs are goofy, fun. They're a strong army to play, and they're in the box. But only like the orcs, but only only feral orcs. All right. So probably not then orcs. Like the Beast Snaga boys. I only loosely identify as human megaform, and that's, you know, depends on how much I've had to drink in a day. Where's the hips? Need... That's blood letters. That's stabbing me. That's the armor. Legs nips. Monkey shoulder. Nice. I'm on Johnny Walker Black Cask. Anyway, so I like Imperial Agents for unique models. Sisters, Grenades, and Death Watch to fill their army. Alright. So, okay, it's not agents because of the other stuff in the army. So I'm guessing not Marines, since you're not a fan of Grey Knights or Death Watch. And not Sisters, since you're not a fan of having sisters. Let's see. Adeptus Mechanicus? Or you could do Astra Militarum with Imperial Agents. Like, Marines Malevolent. Well, if you do Marines, you will get the advantage of, if you pick up the Armageddon box, you get a decent amount of Marines right off the bat there. If you were to go Marines or Orcs, you get that benefit of it's easier to start because it's already there. And the Marines in the Armageddon box are universal. It is. But you can save a little bit on it if you sell off the half you don't want. So say if you do Marines, so you could probably sell the Orcs off for $100, and then you'd have only out $200. It gets you everything you need to play in a decent amount of Marines. I mean, as far as hobbies go, being really concerned for the cost of Warhammer is good. There's that too. There'll be the Space Marine starter coming up soon, which is actually supposed to be a decent deal. That's if you want to do Marines. I was just thinking, because then, if you get you get your deck of everything you need, your rules. So, and you can reduce the cost by selling the half you don't want. I watched that happen today. There was a guy that wanted the Orcs. So another guy was like, you know what? I'll take a. They're like, oh, I could buy another. I'm missing the bits. I do hear the fireworks. One guy wanted Orcs, and the guy wanted. They split the base box, and he's like, okay, hey, I'll buy your. I'll give you $100 for the Marine part of it. So the guy only spent $200 on his box for his Orcs and all the rules. $4 a week. So like every 2 weeks, you'll be able to pick up a unit or a box and have a little bit left over for paint and stuffs. And honestly, depending on how your crafting speed goes, 2 weeks for you'll probably collect faster than you assemble and paint. Faster than I assemble and paint. I don't know, though. These nights have been moving really quick. This is very true. Everyone does collect faster than they assemble and paint. I have been moving quick on these nights, though. I will give them that. I'm pretty pleased. Because honestly, if there wasn't so crowded at the store today, I would have been able to get in a game of 40K. but there just was too busy. 'Cause there was a person there who had squat, and they were ready to play, but the one table was taken up by the Tyranids versus Astra Militarum, and the other tables were taken up by the 4 Necromunda games going on. Because they're all getting in their league games for the week. That's another idea there. I'm not so fast. Look at kilting. A significantly lower cost to get in. You don't need anywhere near the amount of stuff. And it gives you a good, hey, I can start off with these guys here. And there's kill teams for all of them. Like you can do the Ravager kill team for Tyranids. And it gives you like a way to get in it easier. You get some unique models and a game you can play right off the bat. Whereas if you're waiting to get up to a certain point thing, something like that, then you could do Combat Patrol. But a good Combat Patrol is still about, $175 before tax. $200 for a Combat Patrol, but that's more models than a kill team. There's some decent sized fireworks going off. I mean, they burn all the stuff that didn't go off yesterday because of the weather. Man, there's
For the Emperor!
Hey, Sandras. There's the shrimpy puppy. Thank you for the clang. Lila's doing okay. There is also Tabletop Simulator if you want to play an experiment that way. And realistically, you can use an app. It's Sleepy Sanders. You can look up New Recruit. Don't worry about what other people think. Play the army you want to play. That's when it really comes down to it. Don't stress on what other people think of it. Because, like, right now, Kaz Knights are, like, the worst army out there. But, hey, I like them. I think they look cool. I'm going to play them. So. Okay, that's right. I wouldn't worry about. Don't worry what other people's say about your army. Play the one you want to play. Screw them up. But there's also, so if you were to get like the New Recruit app. Oh, speaking of which, this should be done. Bumping into things. Which is hobby updates. I was looking at IF. Servo turrets. Hey? But, grab the app New Recruit, start playing with army builds and stuff. All you have to do is cut out pieces of paper to be the size of the bases for your army. And then you can kind of experiment from there and run games and things. Secure that down a little bit. Sonic Cleaner, I'm loving it. Old school Mark III's Empress Champion. Nice. Drill fists are fun. Drill fists are awesome. Alright, so I got to glue that down a little bit. Think I'm missing a green? Alright. I don't know what... Are you painting your Necrons? Guessing you're not super green? You're always painting Necrons. This is true. There are way too many Necrons to paint. Alright. You can sit there. Page 2. 35 and 39. That's 39, and that's 35. You might be taking a break from painting Necrons to build Necrons. Yeesh, 5 in the morning. Good gravy, dude. Well, I love having you here. I'd say go get some sleep. I mean, I appreciate you're here, man, but don't sacrifice your health for just watching me assemble stuff. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. That's 36. Night your rituals before bed. Okay. As long as you're going to try and get some sleep, sir. I enjoy having folks here. I love having folks to talk to and talk Warhammer with, but I don't want people like suffering from sleep deprivation. I know it well. Get done with D&D early tonight. Okay. Alright, so you're not so fast. So you're set on an Imperial Fist. Fortification army. Alright, Lula's getting upset now. Hopefully D&D went well. Oh, yeah. She went upstairs. She played tanks and MMOs and MOBAs. So perfect. You can play Imperial Fist as natural. So do an Imperial Fist armored army. Lots of tanks. So it's been settled. So you'll want to get the most affordable way to start that would be to see if you can get yourself the Marine portion of the Armageddon box. Those are big fireworks. That's got to be a show that didn't happen yesterday because of bad weather. Like, I have really good in-ear monitors, these things, and I can hear the fireworks going off. So, had to pick her up. That sounds about right. Well, in Megaform, she was recovered from the fireworks. And the fireworks came back. Fear a Pyrrhus with a giant line of guns saying, "Come this way, we gonna shoot you." Excuse me. If you play Imperial Fists, you can have people make fun of you for your Primarch being dead. For some reason, people like to make fun of the Imperial Fist for their Primarch being dead, but not, the Blood Angels. Maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe Sanguinius is too pretty that they can't make fun of him for being dead. Just seems odd to me. Everyone gives Dorn crap for being dead, but the fact that Sanguinius died just because he was trying to solo Horus after killing like a giant psychotic, crazy bloodthirster. See, Dorn's got something. It's not like Sanguinius did that. He just went up to Horus and said, "Oh, no, Horus, I'm so pretty," and then died. I'm going to get the hate of every Blood Angel there is. Feel it coming my way. What is going on up there? You can absolutely clip that. Oh, she's trying to open the gate. That's what she's doing. If anyone can hear the dog whining, it's because the big boomy noises are happening. You sound like self-per clip. I'll take that as a compliment, Sanders. She pawing at the gate to our bedroom? Yes. Fireworks. Yay, fireworks. So in the Chicagoland area where we're located, it was rainy and crap weather last night. So I think a lot of the fireworks shows got canceled or postponed to today because there's big ass booms going off outside. So that is definitely a show. There's a golf course somewhat close to us that has a big show every year, and I think the wife hit the nail on the head that's what's going on. Alright. That is an empty sprue. Into the recycle you go. Good name for the clip. There, reminds me, I gotta check to make sure I have my YouTube clips going. I think I had it going through next week. So I stream on YouTube as well. This is live streaming right now. This is also streaming on YouTube if you are so inclined. Trying to get all the out there everywhere I can. The more folks I can talk to, the better. Torn absolutely got the R treatment. That's why he's not actually dead. Killed by chaos cultists. The Primarch they had, Perturabo, the biggest L he's ever had. And no, killed by chaos cultists. No. Yeah. Oh, but they got his hand. He probably chopped it off as a way to convince people he was dead. Or it's not even his hand. Or you're captured by Trazen. You're sitting there playing chess with a Fulgrim clone. And you don't think he went to get milk like Lehman Russ or Jagatai Khan did. Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Could you hear her, huh? Coming through the... Can people hear the dog? Oh, jeez. Okay. There's fireworks going off and our dog is trying to claw her way through our gate to get into the bedroom. Alright, so... Legs... 16. Alright, are you done getting set up? Yeah, you're good enough. Alright, so that's that base. Alright. And this, I could do that hip going back. Alright. I could switch up the leg orientation. I'm also going to make it fly around like that. So there. Okay, that's the one I want to do then. Oh, there, Heretics. Scott, how you doing today? The Night Tyrant got finished there off stream. Oh. If I'm lucky, you don't have two doubles back to back this week because the doubles I have are Monday and Thursday. Well, I hope that's the case. I hope you're able to get some rest. Networking. Are we talking about networking as in the getting to know like people networking, or the networking and running Cat 5 cable through your house? Or Cat 6? So you can run powered stuffs. Ethernet Wi-Fi. Okay. That's probably more satisfying than the people networking version, frankly. Yes, oh, there's a microphone. Ah. Soon they're going to be talking in that like weird AI speech thing that sounds like modems talking. It does sound like dial-up when I've heard that. The two AIs discussing stuff. Microphone. That was beautiful microphone. Mom, don't pick up the phone. I'm on the internet. Yeah, glue. I know you're at the bottom of the thingy. Uh-oh. Okay. More solid now? Yeah, you're more solid now. Okay. We've got a consumer mesh system here, and it covers like the front yard to the garage. It's pretty good. And that's not anywhere near like enterprise level stuff. That would be, I don't know, high up there. The only internet thing I'm having right now is fighting with the some of the smart lights I have in the front don't want to connect, or not. That's not that they don't want to connect. I had to reprogram them, and I think I accidentally deleted them from stuff, so I need to redo them. The finale happened? Okay. Hopefully Lula will be able to sleep tonight then. Hopefully. 2926. Release Lula forthwith. She's still, well, give it a little bit. She's still going to want to try and get in the bedroom, because she doesn't know that that was the finale. For all she knows, it's still scary boom boom time. That's not the wife and I enjoying our anniversary. She didn't hear me. It's probably for the better. I think it's really good. We're running a Netgear Orbi. That's what we have. We have that exact thing. Exactly, hon. Don't worry about it. We have an Air Gear Orbi. I do have to occasionally restart it now and then to clear up things, which we realized was why it was being feisty. Alright, so this one goes on that side. We have like some stuff like this computer here's most of our main computers are on Ethernet connections. Like my wife's work computer, her art computer, my desktop here, stuff like that's on Ethernet. We've got a lot of Wi-Fi devices. Actually, yeah, all your computers on hardwired in. See this little piece, I gotta use tweezers because I cannot get it in there otherwise. I get the tweezers to kind of place it in. There we go. Tiny, a little bit. Does a good job of getting through like getting the wireless signal because we've got plaster walls, and that can be a pain in the butt. Like we'd have dead spots on the old routers, and then when we went with the mesh system, we're like, holy crap, this is nice. You're very quickly going like 30,000 feet above my head here, Eric Scott. I'm okay with hardware stuff. The network things, that's above and beyond my brain powers. It's all good. It's like I'm just gonna smile and nod, be like, okay. I trust you. Just like if Megaform would tell me, hey, this is how you build something, I'd trust that. I'm not going to pretend to understand, though. I trust that there's people that know a lot more than me about this kind of stuff. And I just go, okay. Come on. This is being a pain in the butt. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, got that in there. Read the ISP renews the PPOE license like every 40 hours. They get 4-second dropouts in Ethernet connection. Should drop completely. It's a data exchange. I get some of it. I'm kind of with Nightshade on that one. I think I get some of it. Oh goodness. Alright, so we got the legs done. Now for these guys, so I've got the legs done. I've got the positioning where it's going to be. Let's move that out of the way. So here's where the positioning is going to be for this guy in his base. Like I could swap it, but I like that. I think I like this. Run like that on these two pieces, and this gives me room to decorate it up a little bit. So now, like in this one here, I have them kind of turned to the side. Move that off a little bit. The guns and everything are kind of pointing off to the side. And I think it creates a more dynamic look in general. For it to be kind of turning and doing something, like it's coming around a corner or something. So since this one's going to have the same gun arrangement, it's going to have the autocannons. So I'll need to think of how I'm going to want to position the autocannons as I build them. So first I need these shoulder joints. Because I have it straight on for one of the brigands, which is the other shooty war dogs I have. One of the brigands is just going straight on, and then I can set the despoiler here to be straight dead on as well. Like he can have all his guns pointing straight forward if I wanted them to. But I try to keep it a little more. I don't think it looks good. Like I want to be more dynamic. I want to have more fluidity to it and be more like it's in motion, it's doing something. So I will think of how I want to position these autocannons. And then I will do that all before I glue the torso on. Service provider gives your router temporary entry pass IP address. Expires regularly every few hours. The router must ask for extension, which is that. I used to know what DHCP stood for, but I don't remember anymore. The request gets deleted in a few seconds. ISP cancels the pass when I get kicked offline. Interesting. So the fact that like we pay for fiber optic, and we have a fiber optic line running from the pole all the way into the router. And it is actually good service. It's a gig. We have gig fiber service. So and I know the fiber's quick, so I'm hoping that means that our 2 and 6. Not 6 and 2. So it means that we should get hopefully less delays. Or that might not have anything to do with our service. ONT. I don't know what ONT is. I don't know what that acronym stands for. I have too many acronyms at work. Because I work for an airport, for an airport project, so we're all about the acronyms. But we have gig fiber service, so we get 1 gig down, 1 gig up. And when we got the service, they expressed that it would potentially be less than a gig, or be close to it, but it might not be a true gig, depending on how many people in our area also have that gig fiber service, optical network terminal. If that means, because we had the technician run the fiber optic cable all the way in to like the base, it looks like a modem, where there's the fiber optic cable runs into the modem, and then that connects into our router. Actually, it's separate because there is a separate spot for the fiber optic. That's probably that optical network terminal where the cable runs in. and then that goes Cat5 into the modem router, and then into our mesh system. It's okay. Because we live in mostly, thankfully, because we live in what is for a glorified seniors community, we're the only one like in the area that in our like few blocks that have the fiber internet. We're the only house on this block that doesn't get a tax exemption for being a senior citizen. I have to look into that. I know that for our service, they've supposedly I think it's a network cable that runs out of that into the modem/router thing. Basically, they have like a 2-in-1 modem router that we only use it as a modem because we have our own mesh Wi-Fi router. And like when we do speed tests, like I'll speed test here and I get a gig. So we're not really getting any degradation much. But I could be wrong. Black box, single optical in and Ethernet out plus power supply. See so that might just be where the cable terminates in the house and then it runs from a separate cable into the unit because it has no power supply. There's like a box they attach to the wall, and I thought it had a Cat5 cable coming out of it, but it might not. It might be another fiber cable that runs out of that into the modem/router combo. Because that little box does not have a power supply. It could be. Man, dude, this is, the U.S., we do a lot of things differently, not in the great ways sometimes. We do a lot of things differently. Not better, just differently. Get some sleep, Sandris. I hope your next work is not too crazy. Machines are so much simpler. Megaform. There's absolutely some beautiful simplicity. I mean, I was just for fun, shits and giggles, browsing one of my favorite automotive shopping sites. We were using, we got AT&T fiber. Because Google doesn't have fiber in our area. Else I'd probably have Google Fiber. Like there's a box where the fiber optic runs into, and I thought that had a Cat5 cable. It might just be another fiber cable, and that might just be the termination from the outside into the inside. This is so... I struggled with this in the other one. This was like a really hard fit. But, really wouldn't. Like if Google had fiber in our area, we would be on that. It's too big. Damn it. That's gonna be the wrong size. Do I have? I'm going to use this to clean it up. So like on the other one, this I had this. The other autocannons. For some reason the autocannon pieces here fit so tightly on that it was hard to position it. So we'll be finishing up here in just a few moments for the night. Last bits of housekeeping for the evening. If you want to experience orc and squig goofiness, check out Have a Good Night, Megaform. Check out Orc and Squig for the daily life of an orc and his pet squig. It's free to follow it on Patreon and enjoy the goofiness of that comic. You can always follow on Blue Sky for updates outside of the stream. I stream usually every Saturday, but every Sunday, Monday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central, which is why we're getting ready to wrap this up in a moment. If you follow me in Blue Sky, you'll see the updates outside the stream. As I slowly try and clear this out to make this fit better. See if this fits a little bit better now. Better, much better. Does it fit better with the post pieces on? That's a real question. Better. Look at that. All right. So tonight we got done. I'm gonna start packing up things. Just gonna take a moment. Glue. Pack that up. Always put your tools away. You don't want to damage any of your tools. So, anyway, tonight we got done. We did a very custom top piece for this bloodletter to become bursting out of the cockpit of this knight here. I was able to cut into it, heat it, and pry it back to look as really as it's bursting out now that the green stuff is solid. He's coming through, so that one looks I'm really happy with how that came out. We added some fun details to the actual armature itself, which will be the War Dog Executioner, by putting the skulls in the barrels, some chaos details, and we gave him a tail. So, we have the cool tail, gives him a nice little decal. We finished off the base for him. So it's got a nice positioning. And then we're able to get the base started and the base laid out and started the assembly of the last War Dog for this army. So I am happy with my War Dogs. They are, when I was at the store today, people really liked them. I love my Cast Knight army. So thank you, everybody, for sitting, hanging with me and chatting. Thank you for the new followers. Channel Skeleton, and I apologize, I missed the other. I got the notification on email, of all things. Yellow Cream. Thank you all for following. I'll be back on tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central. And we're going to keep plugging away. We'll probably get this guy finished up, and then I'll be able to prep the bases for that. And I can maybe start working on some I got Nurglings to build. These guys won't be ready to paint yet because of the prime and everything. So with that, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.